Well, hello, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Today we're going to talk about Christmas and FOMO and anxiety and expectation and why Brandon's falling apart. In
What?
Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
But hang out with us, guys.
Well, hello, and welcome to Thought Raid, a show where we take on thoughts and find better ways of thinking about them. In fact, we take on your thoughts and find better ways of thinking about them.
Well, actually, I'm going to take on this camera and find better ways of getting it straight. 1 second, guys.
I got to get this working properly.
Come closer to me, Brandon.
Okay, I'm coming closer. After you told me don't get closer, now you're telling me to come closer.
I need social distance.
Make up your mind, Tim. Today is Get Naked Monday, where we metaphorically get naked and talk about things going on in our own life and how we're handling them. So that's fun.
And today, it's Christmas week.
It's
I'm so excited. I love Christmas.
I can't believe it's Christmas week. I have done zero preparation for Christmas.
What'd you get me?
Nothing.
Oh, what a friend. What a pal.
But I do actually have plans to get you something. So.
Well, you haven't actually done nothing for Christmas. You work retail. You've been helping lots of people buy presents and...
Yes. Okay. I have been doing things, but I haven't gotten anyone anything. Mm-hmm. So.
But is that what Christmas is, Brandon?
I hope it's not. Because if it is, I'm failing at that right now.
Yeah, but every year during Christmas, I get so excited. Last year, I put up my Christmas tree October 1st. Or November 1st? Yeah. We put it up on Halloween. And I kind of got burnt out from Christmas because it was up for 2 months. It just lost its appeal. This year, we did it Thanksgiving Day, which was a lot of fun. And we started the Christmas season off December 1st by making cookies. No. It was Thanksgiving Day. We made cookies from scratch. My first time ever doing it. They were freaking awesome.
You've made them. Wait, this is your first time making cookies from scratch?
Have you ever made cookies from scratch?
Maybe not. I don't know.
I feel like that's not a normal thing for people to do, but it was exciting for me. I didn't realize how much sugar actually goes into making cookies. Like, my goodness. I always thought, okay, well, maybe there's I don't know, a tablespoon of sugar. No, they're 90% sugar. Who knew? But we made cookies and we watched we attempted to watch the Macy's Day Parade. Without commentary and music, it sucks a lot. It's just people just seem so bored, man. They just walk around and I don't know. We tried to watch the Macy's Day Parade, but then we watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation edition, and put up the tree, and that was a lot of fun. And it feels like that was just yesterday because the more the Christmas season trudges on, the more and more anxiety I get about it. Because just thinking about gifts and budgeting, and for me, the big thing is fear of missing out. Do you ever suffer with that?
Yeah, absolutely. But not necessarily Christmas related in general, just any kind of friend group that I've had some kind of good connection with, missing out with them. Mm-hmm. Especially my local friends. Not so much my online friends because I can join them whenever. But when it comes to my local friends, when there's special events they go to, and especially if I really enjoy them and they don't share the same interest of video games, then I really, at that point, begin to feel FOMO. So, for instance, there is a group of friends that we have that do a lot of volleyball stuff. Mm-hmm. And sports is not my normal go-to enjoyable thing. And so I recognized the other day that I have the reason why I've not gone to them is because I'm at my social limit between giving out energy to do things for New Balance, Thought Raid, UGN, time with certain friends, doing stuff for Awake, and everything else that I'm doing. I don't have energy to go to a volleyball game. Mm-hmm. I don't. I'm capped out. It takes extra energy for me to do things I don't naturally enjoy doing. Mm-hmm. I can do it. I'm sure it's enjoyable. I'm certain that playing volleyball is enjoyable. But because it's not something I normally do, I have to give extra energy to do that because...
Right? That specifically, man, because just thinking about the holidays in general, just with your responsibilities, everything's so busy, especially if you work a job. No, a retail job. I'll say, especially if you work a retail job, the expectations are much more ridiculous during Christmas. So you have that added stress on it, but then you have to decide, okay, I have 24 hours in a day. I have 7 days in a week, and I have X amount of dollars in my bank account. What am I going to do with Christmas? Then you kind of have to pick and choose because you can't be anywhere at any time. And it's even harder, I guess, as you get older, because when you're a kid, you just go wherever you're placed, you know. But as an adult, you have all these responsibilities, whether it's like a romantic responsibility, an actual, like, I don't know, you got to go to work type of responsibility. There's just all these things that are in your schedule, and finding a time where people's times line up is hard enough. But then, like, am I emotionally spent? Am I financially spent? Can I actually afford to go?
And the biggest thing, thinking of which, I know that I could get people gifts right now that don't cost me any money at all, but even that I don't feel like I have the emotional energy to do. Mm-hmm. To sit down and to write a card or something of that nature, I'm just like, even now I'm like, oh, I hope that you know that you're important to me. I don't have energy.
I mean, I'm questioning it, Brandon. But you know, if you go on Netflix right now, they have all the Christmas specials. We just watched some really bad Christmas movie last night. I kind of tuned it out.
Oh no.
But then you have all the other, like, I don't know if you guys have traditions, and if you do, let us know in the chat because I'd love to know what yours are. But I think traditions really help me because I get lost in the mix of everything, lost in the schedules and whatever, and come up with something that's kind of ad hoc, something that's like off the cuff to do. It's a lot harder to commit to because it's like, well, I mean, this is not what I do every year. There's no expectation to do this. And so it just passes me by. And it's little things like, I don't know, going to the mall and experiencing the lights, or going to all the little downtown areas that were the neighborhoods that have all the crazy lights. You know, eating certain kinds of foods, drinking eggnog, even though I hate it. It's just like one of those things where it's like, I'm supposed to drink this once a year.
I'm supposed
to hate this once a year and vomit because it's tradition. Or what?
I never knew that was a part of the tradition.
Watching certain movies, you know, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, stuff like that, you know. But we don't really have many traditions. But I think, at least for me, traditions really help me have an expectation of what qualifies as I have had a successful Christmas. Does that make sense?
I've never thought about the specific things you have to do except for gift giving as a requirement of Christmas.
Really? You never had anything that you did just traditionally for Christmas?
No, I mean, yeah, there's things that we did, but like nothing that... There's only one activity involved in Christmas that ever gives me anxiety.
Giving?
Yes, giving. And not because giving is a hard thing for me to do, but it's because the fact that it requires effort of what do they want, and could I possibly end up getting the wrong thing? And
oh, you totally can.
Yeah, and it's just all that stuff is just, I hate it. I don't like mistakes anyways. And so, especially in something of that nature, I just feel insecure. Because that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like, I don't even feel confident enough to give someone a small trinket of which that would have any value to them whatsoever. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, it's like, oh, like, you know, like, I don't know what would be given to you that would actually sit somewhere because you really thought that was interesting. I don't have that foresight to do that kind of thing.
Money is a great gift, Brandon.
True.
But money's a weird gift, though. And so if you guys are giving gift cards, okay, gift cards. Let's talk about that for a second, because some people love gift cards. Some people hate them. I mean, so what?
Oh.
You get them gift cards every year?
Oh, gift cards.
Fair.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, they don't know me too well, so why don't you just like plant that seed? But the thing about gift cards is, you know, it's a safe thing, because if somebody just gave me $50, I can go do whatever the heck I please with it. But at the same time, if you get a gift card, it's like, okay, do I eat at Outback Steakhouse and I have a $50? I guess I'm eating at Outback Steakhouse, you know, or shopping, whatever. But then there are some people who receive a gift card and they're like, did you even try? You know? How do you feel about them?
I love them. I have no problem with gift cards because they're like infinite possibilities for me for the most part. Mm-hmm. And if I don't like the thing about it, then I can find something within it that I like. So like, for instance, I don't go to Starbucks, but if you give me a Starbucks gift card, I'll go to Starbucks and get myself some kind of sweet and water. Yeah,
I'm going to spend your money on something that's free normally.
Well, it's the sweet that costs the money, not necessarily the water, obviously, but But
I'll
no,
have your finest water. Here's $20.
Yeah, the finest, curated from the springs themselves.
Oh man, like I go to Barnes and Noble a lot. I'll just sit there typing away or reading or whatever, and I just watch all these people spend $7 on a thing of Fiji water. I used to do it because it made me feel good thinking, oh, this water's from Fiji. I feel privileged or whatever. It irritates me when people buy it. I'm like, why are you throwing just go to the water fountain, man. Get a water bottle and put a hipster sticker on it like everybody else in Winston-Salem.
To be fair, though, like water from a water fountain is usually anyways. Like I can taste the differences between waters, so it is important to me where my source is from. Just saying. But I mean, if there's anything that makes me more anxious about Christmas, it's the whole thing about giving, because it's just like here's the thing that paralyzes me from giving gifts. It's the fact that I'll give you something and you'll think, does Brandon even know me?
Mm-hmm.
And then it will go somewhere and it'll collect dust. Because maybe it's just very assumptive, because people have done that all the time where they've given me things of like, ooh, thank you. And then it's in my closet.
What did you do with those Minecraft cardboard heads I got you that first year?
Closet.
Have you ever used them?
No.
When I gave you that, so I think that was the first year we knew each other, maybe.
Yeah.
I went to Hot Topic and I was thinking, okay, Brandon's a new friend of mine. I want to get him something for Christmas because I'm a gift person. Well, what do I know about Brandon? He likes Minecraft. I'm going to get him something Minecraft related. So I went to Hot Topic and I was just looking around. Would he like some Minecraft thigh-high boots? No, of course not.
No.
They would look good on him, but who knows?
Would they?
So I'm sitting here looking around. T-shirt, nah. And then we talked about going to Forward Conference.
Mm-hmm.
And people dress up in cosplay. So that was on my mind. And I was thinking, okay, well, he likes Minecraft. We talked about anime. We talked about cosplay. And there was this package. I think it was like $20. And it was a Minecraft Steve and a Creeper, I think. Maybe it was just one of them.
Their head.
Yeah. But it was a cardboard head, because if you've ever played Minecraft, it's all it is. It's a box. But it was a cosplay head for one of those guys. I was thinking to myself, he's going to love this. He's going to love this. And so I remember going home, I wrapped it, and I gave it to you, and I was really excited. And then it went in your closet. Didn't even use it.
Yep. It went straight to the
Piece
closet.
of crap friend.
I'm just saying. And so that happens with me all the time. Like, there was someone gave me like bobbleheads and Funko Pops, and it's like, those are just beautiful dust collectors to me. Like, I don't want something I can't use. Essentially. So unless for some reason it's tied to a very positive memory, in that case, then I'll keep it even if it's a bottle cap.
Right, but everybody's different though. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched the stream and seen the stuff on my shelves. Like, I like stuff that can't be used normally. I don't buy as much of that for myself as I used to, but I like statues, and I like, well, more so in the past, I like pop figures and stuff. But maybe that's an adult thing, liking things that you can actually use, just being pragmatic.
I've always been old in that case.
Well,
like some things have managed to stick around that don't have any use, like the whole amiibo things, like of Zelda and Lucas.
Talking about all the things in my closet that I now cannot get rid of and is taking up about 20 square feet.
Yeah, that's those. I've kept those because those are characters I've frequently used in Smash Brothers. So it was like, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a memorial to the thing that I constantly play.
Yeah.
But things like Fallout Boy or whatever, I'm like, I mean, like, I love Fallout, but I don't love it that much that I wanted a Funko Pop of it, or whatever it is. It's like, like it just didn't have the same thing. But yet, I also have a cardboard box sitting on my dresser, and it's full of paper mache things, bottle caps, tickets to some movie that I saw, or just random otherwise crap. But it's just emotionally charged for me because it came with a positive experience behind it. So and so I have no idea how to predict those things with other people. So I just like, if I can't be a success immediately, then I should never try.
Ooh. So I've done that too, like especially with my dad. You know, guys, there are some people that you think of them and there's so many things you could buy them that you think that they would love and that they would probably love. But then there's these other people where it's like, what the heck do you get them? Because you know, whatever you get them, they're not going to appreciate, they're not going to like. And then you're just going to feel like a failure. But there's this expectation, oh, you're supposed to buy them something. And my dad was that for me for so many years. Because he's a very particular person, and that's not always a bad thing. And he doesn't want a lot of stuff. He just wants very specific things. And a lot of those things he gets for himself. So growing up, you know, I never had a lot of money, but I knew this was my dad. I'm supposed to get him something. I remember one year, my brother and I went to, I think it was like Kmart and Clemens. And it was the week of Christmas. And it was like, okay, we got to get him something, you know. I had $125. That's all I had because I worked a part-time job back then. And this was like when I was 20 or something. $125 went in there, and I had to buy gifts for my brother, my dad, my mom, because I didn't know anybody else. I had no friends.
Oof.
And so just last minute, I put very little thought into it. I was just thinking I have to get them something. How can I make this $125 stretch? So we got like, I know my dad liked coffee, so I got him a Mr. Coffee coffee maker, some Dunkin' Donuts coffee, little things like that. And I remember Christmas Day, he opened it. And he was like, "Oh, thanks."
Ooh.
You know, and it's like it's not that he wasn't appreciative, but I think kind of like me in some ways, I kind of get sad when I can tell there hasn't been a lot of thought put into the gifts that I've been given, Brandon. I'm just kidding. That's how it used to be. Like there used to be a lot of pressure on that because I didn't really value myself to a degree. You know, like I thought, well, if people don't see me and they don't think about what matters to me, that's amplified by how they buy gifts for me. Like they're not paying attention to me whatsoever. I already felt bad about myself. Like I'm not worth it in the first place. And if somebody's just like, well, you're just an expectation, let me just mark you off my list, that made me feel even worse. And I feel like my dad felt that way. I don't want to speak for him, but there were also like really expensive gifts that he wanted that I just couldn't get, or that I wasn't willing to save money to get because I didn't have enough forethought. And that makes me feel kind of bad.
Yeah. Well, but it just goes back to the same thing again. Of just like, I notice other things. Like I to this day still do not understand how someone can observe me and know what I want. Like, but
Well,
there are people that do.
So earlier I bought Brandon's Christmas present.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like what I got you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you think it was timely?
Yes.
Is it applicable?
Yes.
Does it meet all your needs?
Yes.
See? And I was thinking about, okay, so what was it that I got you?
You got me a $50 gift card in Steam.
Yeah, and just thinking about it, I was like, this is what, December 20th? And usually I'm very proactive about gifts because I like seeing them wrapped under the tree. I like the anticipation, knowing that I have something for somebody. I always spoil it because I can't keep secrets. Really, I cannot keep secrets. And I was like, okay, well, what am I going to get Brandon? And I know that Thought Rate is kind of a big deal to you right now. UGN is a big deal to you. I know that, you know, as far as style, you like things that kind of enhance your style. Or because clothes can be expensive, and it's just nice to be given nice things sometimes. You know,
Yeah.
I feel the same way. So I was looking for like, I don't know, a man bag, something that you could fit your Chromebook in or your notepad or whatever. Just something that, you know, would be timeless that you can carry on for like 10 years. Something like a nice leather bag. And then I was thinking, man, you know, he's already got a bag. I don't know if our styles would match anyways, and those can be really expensive. What is something that meets the level of relationship that we have that's going to be applicable that he can enjoy immediately? And then I thought about our conversations we've been having about how, and if you guys haven't followed us much lately, we're kind of reformatting how we do things with Thought Rate and adjusting our focus to be more community driven instead of life coach and counselor teach you about this topic. We just want to talk to you guys and engage with you. And the way we do that is through video games. And so I was thinking, okay, what is significant to Brandon right now? Right now, I know that he likes games and I know that he likes connecting with people through games. How can I facilitate that? Oh, Steam gift card. Because you can get so many great things on Steam with very little money. And
That's true.
just paying
It's
attention to
fantastic.
what is relevant in somebody's life, like all the stuff I got for Ariane, just random people. I don't know, like I think for me, gift giving, it's not how much you spend, or it's not the actual gift itself. It's communicating and actually having the person feel like, hey, I'm paying attention.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't necessarily pay attention to people's like everyday things that they're interested in or interact with. I pay attention to what people say and what they think. Like I just naturally, you say something and I'm pondering what you just said and your thinking behind it and everything, because I'm thinking, how can I best serve you in such a way that will make you become more productive and grow closer to God? That is frequently on my mind all the time. But I don't, that comes at the expense of noticing, like, what it is that you interact with or enjoy. Like, I know you like video games, and now thinking about that, I am again thinking about gift cards and stuff, but I'm also thinking about the game That's What She Said. Even though you may never use that, I just know that it's a joke, and it's something that you do a lot. So it might as well be personified in a board game.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing too, though. It's like, and guys, if you are a gift person, as far as like love language, or if you just enjoy gifts.
But hold on, before you go into that, but at the same time, the reason why I haven't jumped on that exactly is because I also remember things that you said previously. I remember hearing that it was like, oh, that's something you probably will never play. And so I haven't bought it yet. So I've gotten locked in this. I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to do it because it's like, I don't want to get it and then find out you're never going to use it, and then it's just a joke sitting on a counter.
It just goes in here with all this
Exactly. Exactly. And that's the thing. So I just don't. And now I'm thinking I'm becoming my grandfather, because my grandfather was terrible at gift giving too.
Well, I think the process of gift giving is so much more important than the result of it, because when you're sitting there, Ariane makes fun of me a lot when I say this, because when we were dating, I sent her a message. And you know how when you're dating somebody, you always send them a message saying, hey, I'm going to go do this thing. You kind of like, you kind of give them a hint into your world, almost like baiting, hey, I'm kind of cool, but I'm actually just going to do this thing, but I'm also kind of cool. You guys probably don't do that, but I sent her this message and I said, hey, we were texting for a minute, and I was like, okay, I got to go. I'm going to go do 10 things, like play guitar and think about people. I was communicating. I play guitar and I'm very selfless. I think about other people.
Yes.
Why did I bring that up? What was I just saying before that?
I'd cut you off because I was talking about how not getting you gifts yet because I'm concerned not to use them. Okay. Yes.
And just like thinking about how people tick, even if you get the gift wrong, and if you guys are a gift giver, it's like if somebody gets me a gift and I know that they've actually taken time to sit and think, like if I just sit and think about people, like what. And that's kind of what prayer is too. It's when you sit and you think about people with Jesus involved. That's all it is. And so if I think about Jacob, who's sitting behind the camera right now, and you guys don't see him, it's like, well, what do I know about him? What's relevant to him right now? What is he caring about? What is he sad about? What is he happy about? And just ruminate on that. So many times God's like, hey, here's what this person wants right now. Even if it's just like, hey, can I take you out and buy you ramen? Or something like that. Or can I lend you this game that's been really awesome for me, that's probably going to be really fun and kind of awkward for you and your girlfriend? Who knows? And when I gave Jacob this game that I have last week, I was thinking to myself, there's a chance that he's not going to use this, and he's probably thinking, what a weirdo, but at the same time, it's a step in that direction of trying to figure out, okay, what do they do and don't like? Just like making meals when you first get married. It's like, does this person like this meal that has been a staple for my family? Like for me, we always made fried ramen, and we loved that. We made the heck out of some fried ramen when we first got married, but over time we realized this is not healthy. And so I've had to reorganize what my go-to meals are based on the relationship, But gifting is the same. Like, I think I would much rather receive a gift that has more intentionality and thought behind it, and it just be random or not on Christmas or whatever, than just receive something like, oh, it's Christmas, there's an expectation.
Yeah. I understand that it's important for me to just try, fail, and adjust. It's just getting over the wall of awful of I'm going to fail in the process of getting someone something and they're going to not like it is the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
But it is the wall of awful, and the wall of awful is meant to be overcome. It's not meant to just sit there and let it continue to pile high and never try to get over it.
Mm-hmm. So what gifts have you bought in the past that have really bombed?
That's a good question. Because it's not like I have. It's kind of like I give and run. So it's not like this is a bit of a spray and pray. Like I haven't gone back and like. So how did you enjoy this thing?
Let me just never ask you that.
Let me
I don't want
never
that
ask. Yeah, and that's another thing of a piece of shame that also prevents me is like. I could just ask what they want, but then it feels like, again, I'm just concerned it's going to go back to that. Do you not know me? Do you not pay attention to my life?
So here's the other side of that. So last year, Ariane and I made Amazon wish lists for each other. We just shared it. It's like, just buy me these things off the list. Great, because I picked this stuff out and you got it for me. Merry freaking Christmas, you know? And it was fantastic. But it also took the excitement out of, oh, well, I mean, this is cool and I'm really excited for this, but I could have just bought this myself, you know? And so this year there were a few things that we suggested to one another. It's like, hey, what do you think about this? I kind of like this. What do you think about this? You know, we did that, but then we gave each other ideas. Like, I like the idea of an oversized, she told me like oversized sweatshirt. She didn't tell me what color, from what brand, new or used, because we do a lot of thrifting. She didn't tell me any of that. She's like, this is one of those things I want you to kind of just try. And you know, I like that too, because there's an expectation set that I might not get it right, but she wants me to try, you know, and she communicated, this is kind of the direction I want you to go in. Just go that direction. You know, you might fail, but that's okay. I just want to see you go in that direction. That means a lot to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I can count in my hands the amount of times recently that I've taken those risks with people. And most of them have been just primarily with my parents, but then again, I've kind of vaguely know what they wanted anyways, so that didn't make it hard. But like, I think the most biggest moment that I was kind of proud of, but we'll never really see the full like results of, was my girlfriend. I ended up getting her. She was interested in animals, and she somehow, I think, also liked wrestling. And so I found a T-shirt with the panda. With a panda, but instead of it being like a world rescue or animal thing, because there's like one with a panda or something, instead the panda had a folding chair. And it was like a panda with like about to give them the chair. Like, and I was like, this is perfect. And that's what I got her. And I was very proud of that, because I felt like I found something that worked, and I think she liked it, but I don't know, because now we're not in a relationship. That could have been the thing that ended the relationship.
Oh gosh.
No, I know it's not, but it's going to be funny if that's what it was like. You have gone too far. Anyways. But yeah, no, that's I think that's the only really big thing that brings me anxiety about Christmas. It's not the expectations, because whether or not there's Christmas lights up on my house or not, which I enjoyed, that's extra. That's just work on my part. And if someone's going to judge me for not having Christmas lights up, they have problems they need to get over. I could care less. You know, Christmas tree or no Christmas tree matters not to me.
Do you guys not have a Christmas tree?
Oh, Noah does up in his room, and we have a Christmas tree box sitting in the living room. But
so at least one of you supports Jesus.
I didn't realize that supported Jesus.
Clearly, Brandon.
Jesus,
welcome to my pagan holiday.
Darn it. And let's go and repent now. But no, I mean, actually, I was going to start doing Christmas stuff in the third year of living in that apartment that I was in, and then we ended up moving, and then I was just like, well, forget that. So now we're actually living in a proper house. I'm going to actually do something next year if I'm still living in the same place. So, but no, that doesn't bother me. Missing out on certain things somewhat does, but not tremendously, because I work retail, and that just sucks your soul away.
Well, you know, we talked about this on a recent stream. I don't work retail anymore, and I worked for GameStop, which is like one of the meccas when it comes to Christmas holiday celebration and fulfillment.
Yes.
At least to gamers anyways. Well, if you have kids, probably the same thing. And I also worked in a mall, which was like a double Christmas whammy.
Double Christmas whammy.
It's like I was married to Mariah Carey every year. And I guess it was kind of cool.
What is that state?
My relationship with her began in October. And we just go our separate ways December 31st. But,
oh my God, I've never heard those string of words put together in a sentence. I guess I was just married to Mariah Carey every year. I'm sorry. Okay, continue, please.
I'm trying to think about where I was going with that.
I was previously talking about, like, just you were working in GameStop.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. So, going to work every day and the Christmas sales and specials, and every day I would, just on my break walk down to the Starbucks that was in the mall, which was like the hub of the mall. It's like in the center, and they would have all their Christmas drinks, and you'd have the Christmas music, and then you'd have all the people with their bags, and it was an experience, and then I'd come home and I'd be like, I would have been in that stew pot of Christmas cheer and retail for 10 hours a day. And then I'd watch Christmas movies and I'd wrap presents. Then I'd think, okay, time to go back to work / the mall and buy Christmas presents, But it's different this year because there's so much stuff I feel like I'm missing out on. It's like I want to go live at the mall. I want to experience, all the Christmas movies. I want all my friends together. I wish everybody could just stop doing life and responsibilities and just celebrate Christmas with me and drink cocoa and watch like Justin Bieber dance around the screen with this woman that's way too old for him. Just experience that with people, and it just feels like Christmas is passing by because this week, today's Monday. Christmas is on Friday. I have tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. Ariane works Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so she's barely going to be conscious between now and then. I guess, tomorrow can be our Christmas day, which is kind of cool. But then there's so many like friends and family who are scattered and have other things with other people that don't include me, which I'm not salty about. It's just how life is, And maybe social media has something to do with it because I see people cutting down Christmas trees and wearing all the. Jacob was just talking about this thing on Sunday, how Seth was from stage saying, "Who's going to outdo Gerald in Christmas cheer?" And it's like I missed that, And then you were just, in your pity party about the Christmas Eve service being canceled before the stream. That kind of hits you hard. And it's like, man, I'm missing everything.
Yeah. That's just as easy as to me, it's just as easy as I'm going to be a part of it either then or next time. There's always going to be a next time kind of thing in my brain.
Not according to the Bible.
We're not promised tomorrow. Thank you, Bible. But yes, there's a high probability that I'll be seeing another Christmas next year. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, I'm not at this current point in my life too tremendously worried about it. But I don't know, to me, it's like, I mean, I don't even know where I'm going to go with that. I was just thinking about, like, you're talking about the whole thing with Gerald. Like, the solution is just start coming back on Sundays, Tim.
There's reasons that we can talk about off stream.
We miss you. But
well, so far you're the only person that's told me that, so I don't know if "we" is the applicable term.
I think so. Also, Jack and
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. But that's the thing too. I think being an adult and experiencing Christmas is a lot different because the weirder thing is a lot of my friends have kids. They're in their teens now, and they're responsible for creating the Christmas magic. Hey guys, we're gonna go do this thing, or we're putting up the tree, making all the decisions. I liked Christmas so much more when the decisions were made for me and I just participated, kind of like we were talking about this the other day about like our stream and what we do. There's so much work and intentionality and time and priorities and stuff that go behind the scenes. And you guys just see the tip of the iceberg, and it just seems like it's so easy. Like two people sitting behind a computer three nights a week talking about stuff. It's probably like 5% of what we do.
Yeah.
Um, but when you actually see the inner workings of it, it's like, this is kind of cool. But at the same time, I wish I could just experience the magic of it.
Without having to put the work in to make the magic happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not just talking about Thought Raid and Break the Meta and UGN and stuff, talking about Christmas in general. You know, like.
But that's where your favorite scripture verse comes in.
Shut up.
A man's joy is his toil. How does it work?
God's gift to man is his toil.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, sure, but we're all part of a body, and I'd much rather be the part that's not creating the magic.
Yeah, but if no one, I'm sure everyone kind of feels that to some degree, and there's probably some people that don't, but there's a lot of people that probably do. I know I do. If I wanted to actually, I come across as a workaholic, but that's only because I've built up a habit of that over the years. It's not because I naturally wish to be doing all this all the time. And so I feel like if everyone were to just give into that feeling of just wanting to be partakers of the magic rather than the producers of the magic, then there would be no magic at all.
Well, okay, so there's a guy, I think his name is Chuck Spong with Love Out Loud, Christmas for the City. Jacob, do you know what that is? Yeah, so there's this group here in Winston-Salem, and it's an organization called Love Out Loud. And every year they put on a thing called Christmas for the City. And I think they rent out the Benton Convention Center. They put up lights, and there's all these people that come, and they like create this setting for people to experience Christmas. And just knowing that that's happening somewhere in the city gives me a lot of like joy. There's a big event happening, even if I'm not partaking. I know that people are there. Stuff is happening. The Super Bowl is the same way. Like, even though I don't give a flip about football, it still makes me really happy when football season comes around and people are watching games and the Super Bowl is coming up. I get really excited for that. But when I'm responsible for creating or starting something that people can participate in, it's fun initially, like the conceptualization and the ideas behind it. But when it's not working in symphony with other things, if there's nothing else that's lateral to it or even higher than it, it just makes me really sad. Just like sometimes I think about God's position on things because he created everything. There's no better creator than God. A lot of people are like, well, why did he create man? And, anytime I've created something, whether it's been a video for you guys, a stream, whether it's been Break the Meta videos, or like I've written a song, or, anytime I've done something, I always want to share it with somebody. Like anytime I get something new, like you came in earlier, I was like, Brandon, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. It doesn't give me any joy when I keep it to myself. And just thinking about how God is, he created the earth, he created us to partner with him, and he doesn't just like make things happen. He wants to experience things with us, and just trying to imagine what that would be like, just being the creator of everything. It feels like it would be really lonely, especially if there's no other people involved.
Yeah. I mean, but then again, we have to understand, and I know you know this, but God is a complete being as well. God, three in one. Like he is a whole. He's a unit. He is an absolute unit.
You could say that he's the G unit. Hey.
Or he's just an absolute unit, and has no needs. Period. But still, even still, he wanted to share that with beyond just himself, Christ, and Holy Spirit. And maybe that's why God's brought the two of us together into team, because I find ways of enjoying the grind to get to the point of the magic that's happening.
That's what she said. Merry Christmas, everybody.
I enjoy it enough because I know the end result is the magic.
Yeah.
And so I'm willing to put up with the day-to-day minutia because I know this is what we have to do in order for us to have the people like saying, thank you for all that you've done for us. Thank you for the time and hours sacrificed when you could have been doing this or that. It's like I'm trading off what I want to do in order for by doing stuff like Thought Raid, I'm investing into future relationships and the ability to just be a part of someone's life in a meaningful way, and the relationship that will come out of that. Like that's what I'm investing into. So could I be doing other things, and do I want to do other things? Sometimes yes. Sometimes there are other things I'd rather do. Like I might want to play some City of Heroes right now or something. But I'm willing to put that aside because the greater reward for what we're doing is that at the end of the day, I can look at you in the face, and I can
look at you in the lens.
But in this case, I am looking at you directly through, wherever you may be in this moment. Jacob's right behind the camera. I can look at you in the face, and I can say hello, and we can share time together, whether it be in this life or in heaven. That's what I'm looking forward to, is to be able to create and make as many deep, meaningful relationships as I can, and to share that with what I love most, which is Christ. And we can share that mutual love together, and to show why am I so fanatical about Jesus? Why am I so fanatical about God, and that there is a God in the first place? That's why I put off what I want to do in the moment, so the greater reward is that I get to spend eternity with people, which is my treasure. In my heart, people are my treasure. Which I know sounds very sappy and maybe possibly also cliche, but it's true for me. So I really do mean what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a really good thing to remember during Christmas too.
And I think that's probably something you want to as well. It's just our way about going about it, and our strengths are different.
Yeah. I just really like a relationship with people, especially new relationships. And it's really important to me that people feel valued in our relationships. And if you're one of those people and I haven't reached out to you, or I've not bought you a gift, or like there's been a miss there, I'm not doing that intentionally. Because I know I feel the same way with certain people. Like, man, why aren't they seeing me? Why aren't they putting any intentionality behind our relationship? That's why I'm so excited about heaven, man. We're going to have infinite time to build infinite relationships.
Mm-hmm.
But, we have some couples, and I've got some friends that are kind of new in my life for Christmas, and I wanted to be really intentional with them. And I think, and I know we're getting close to the end here, but talking about Christmas FOMO, there are so many people that I want to spend Christmas with and experience Christmas with and just love for Christmas. But you only have so much time. And I think I just need to be okay with understanding that I can only spend the resources that I have with the best heart that I can, and just trust that people are going to step towards me as well. Especially if I can't afford something, whether it's emotional time or time or financial resources, or time resources. I don't mean to say time, emotional resources, time resources, and financial resources. So if you're lacking any of those and you feel like you just can't spend it on people, I don't even know if I have a nugget for that, because that's something I struggle with.
I feel like the way you get time is you make time.
Thanks, Brandon.
I'm just saying.
It doesn't help, Brandon.
I'm just saying.
You're feeling bad about this. Here's some more condemnation. If you love them, you would just make time.
Well, but that goes back to the difference between the two of us and the way that I do things. It's like, yes, do I always want to do certain things? No. There's many times where I'd rather stay home. I'd rather do these other things, but I know that all of this is a necessary part for better relationships, better experiences, not missing out on things that are most important to me. Mm-hmm. There are some things that are just not important to me, so I'm not going to make time for that, and other things that are. And so I make time for those things because no one else is going to do it. I've lived around too many people that enjoy who I am, but never reach out. And I have been the one consistently to go and reach out to said people. And so because it's happened to me so many times, it's just I now know, and I have this mentality of, if I'm not going to do it, who will? And so I'm going to be the one who's going to do it. And that's where you've come in handy in places, because not everything rests on my shoulders, and I don't have to stress as much as I do. So there's a definite balance in that. But at the same time, there is a point where it's just like, this is not going to happen until I get up and do the first step kind of thing. So that's my nugget of wisdom to the lacking of nugget of wisdom you're trying to figure out where to bring.
Yeah. Well, guys, today's stream has been brought to you in part by Jesus.
Jesus and Kristen and Austin and
Austin
Axeman and
other Austin
other Austin. There are two Austins.
D'Onofrio.
Oh, he
whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm talking about the scrolling list of people and Stormy
and Kyle joins.
And Kyle.
You can't have Kyle without the joy.
You can't have Kyle without the joy. Yes.
But yeah, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us this entire year. If you've been a subscriber or a follower, if this is new for you, we love you too. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
If you're stressing out and not enjoying Christmas for the holiday that it was meant to be, even though it's pagan, we don't care. We love pagan holidays too, especially Halloween. Sorry, Christians, get off your high horses.
What?
I'm just kidding. But if you're stressing out, we'd love to talk to you. We'd love to, even if we can't help, we just love to listen. Cause that's what we do with Thought Raid. We listen and we find better ways of thinking about our thoughts. So if you've not done so already, give us a like, on this video, subscribe. We'd love to hang out and get to know you because we are a community. We're not just content creators. We're a community, and going forward, you're going to see us playing more games and doing more, community oriented things. And we'd love to get to know who you are.
Yeah.
So subscribe to us on YouTube. We have a Discord, which I'm sure if you poke around, we'll find a link somewhere.
It's in every description.
Yeah. Join our Discord channel. There's places to hang out, places to chat, places to play games. Yeah. If you have a question, just need prayer. If you're just going through something, or if you just want to get to know people, this is the perfect place.
Discord is a great place for that.
Yeah.
We are going to be utilizing it even more now because we're going to be doing more gaming broadcasts, and that's where we're going to be staging a lot of it. And so, especially also when we do community events, it's all going to be done out of Discord, so we'll be able to do things together until the day comes where we're able to have events in local, do local events, which would be amazing when that time comes. But we're still building up to that. In the meantime, Discord is always going to be there. So we'd love to have you to be a part of that, especially if you enjoy gaming, because that's what we enjoy, and we love to enjoy that with you. So, just saying.
And if you like what we do, guys, if you see value in it, I want to invite you to become a Patreon supporter, patreon.com/Thought Raid. We have a lot of plans. We have a lot of people that have come to the table to help us out, and we'd love to start paying them. There is overhead and stuff that we could use help with.
Yes.
But we want to grow. We want to reach more people and create spaces, and unfortunately, it takes money. So if you see value in what we do, any support, $1, $500, whatever, anywhere in between, prayer, send us a message. Anything is good. But patreon.com/Thought Raid if you would like.
Yep. And if you've enjoyed this broadcast, make sure to like it and tell us what it is that's making you stressed about the holidays. How can we help you with that? Is it like me? You have a lot of stress involving the giving aspect of it, and you're kind of, not sure where to start with that, or you scared when it comes to missing out on things and you want to be a part of stuff but don't feel like you have the energy for it, or however that may look. Let us know in the comments, and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification, because again, if you don't hit that bell, you won't know when we go live, and you won't be able to join these conversations. And you know, because we've told you we want you to be there so we can talk with you, because that's one of our favorite things to do. So you've been warned.
Speaking of that, Brandon, are we doing stuff this week?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't think we will be, because it's going to be the next time is going to be literally Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I may still do I'm actually going to start doing an additional day of broadcasting personally, of which I will do out of my own personal channel. Which
personally, I'm going to personally do this out of my personal time.
My personal time, which the channel information is on our main YouTube page at the bottom. So I'll be starting to broadcast from that. But other than that, our official Thought Raid streams will not be happening this Friday and Saturday because Christmas.
Yeah.
So.
And my wife will be out of town, so if you guys want to hang out and play, let me know.
Yeah, so maybe he will be doing so. We're probably going to be doing maybe some personal streaming, but not official Thought Raid streaming. We're not going to put that pressure on us this end of the year. So don't expect that for Friday and Saturday. But either way, that's the scoop. With that said, We broadcast every week on Monday, Friday, and Saturday, so we'll be officially live again this Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will be once again having another Get Naked Monday.
I can see far away from where I've been. He says I see a potential. I see a potential in my eyes. I see a potential. I never lost sight of the reason why you're alive. You're alive. You're alive. We sing Jesus, you're alive.